Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and this is another edition of No Capes, where I talk about the comic books that don't have to do with superheroes, and or Ethan doesn't read them, or doesn't review them along with me. First up, we're going to talk about Brain Boy, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. Basic premise of the story is Brain Boy here, who doesn't refer to himself as Brain Boy, he actually hates being called Brain Boy, has all kinds of mental abilities. He's a telepath, telekinetic, I don't know what else we haven't found out yet. He basically was raised by a corporation after his parents died, and he's been raised by this corporation basically to be like their secret agent. He is their asset, and they basically hire him out to like the Secret Service to protect the president or other important assets. In this case, there's some dignitaries coming into town, and he's been tasked with protecting them to make sure they aren't assassinated or anything like that. The person he's protecting is basically the equivalent of Saddam Hussein from Iraq, is basically what he's the equivalent of. And so, there's plenty of hate out there for the person he's protecting. So he is working to protect this person, and right from underneath his nose, this person gets stolen, or seems to be stolen, and he's got to figure out what happened. He's also been approached by the CIA. The CIA wants him to tap into the guy's head and find out some pertinent information for him, and he's told them that he can't do that, that they wouldn't have clients and they wouldn't get paid like they're getting paid if the clients didn't have the confidence that he isn't picking their heads. And the carrot that they dangle in front of this character, the CIA does to try and convince him, is, oh look, we'll tell you about what really happened to your parents and what's really going on with the corporation you're working for. And there's some big surprises at the end of it and whatnot. Actually really enjoyed it. It's fun. I like the art style here. It's kind of a cool, clean, but it has character and personality. I like the sonic effects, the different effects they have rolling around his head when he's doing different psionics and stuff is pretty cool. The coloring sharp on it. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy reading. I guess it's based off of a comic book that was out that like Gil Kane and somebody else, Herb Castle and Gil Kane, both created this book back in like 1962. People like Hiram also told me that it was really, really awful and the worst comics he's ever read. But this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. I originally got it because I like the whole kind of old school Brain Boy kind of. It has that kind of late 50s, early 60s motif sound to it. I like that kind of retro sound. So that's why I originally picked it up. It's kind of fun. I'm going to hang around for a few issues to see what all it tells me. It was kind of cool. Next, we're going to talk about FBP, Federal Bureau of Physics, or as some of us more fondly refer to it as Collider. Another great issue, I thought. Still lots of fabulous art of all kinds of craziness. Excellent, bright coloring, really flashy kind of a thing. We see a little bit more of our main character's background. We get to see more how physics don't work in this bubble reality. And I think even more interesting, we get that there's some more political ramifications going on here, that our main character's partner is up to no good. He's on the take. It seems like he wants to make some sort of an explosion happen to spill this this reality bubble into our reality and cause some sort of grief, to show that the government, as my guess is, to show that the government can't run a program to keep everyone safe, and of course it should be privatized, and of course there's big money in those kinds of privatized contracts and that sort of thing. Very interesting as far as that goes. I continue to dig I can't remember the guy's name. In the first issues, he came across as being kind of a straight-laced, kind of a science nerd and all book, and the field agents didn't particularly care for him. he's become a much more interesting character, an integral part in trying to fix their problem that's rolling in and whatnot. Like I said, really enjoying it. I hope more people are jump onto it. If if you don't, trust my judgment. Not that it's something incredibly new. It's just kind of a fun take on some different stuff and a little bit of a different feel. And if you don't want to jump on now, hit the trades when the trades hit. Vertigo title. And lastly, I am going to talk about The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, and this is issue number 4, which people keep saying, hey, tell me how this book is, and the few people I know that are reading it are like, boy, I'm confused, I don't understand exactly what's going on. So I'm going to talk about this book quite a bit. So definitely, excuse me, spoilers here if you're really interested in reading this book and you haven't read it yet, or you're planning on picking up the trades. You might not want to listen because I'm going to basically go through this book and explain what's going on to the best of my ability, to the best of my understanding of what's going on. Because I don't feel confused in it. I mean, there's some mystery still in the book, which of course we should have. We're only on issue 4 of what I believe is going to be 6 issues. So there should still be questions left to be asked and to be answered. So let's jump right into it then. So we've got red and blue, are two, porn bots for a simple term for them. Of course, we all understand that they're trying to get out of the city, and they're going to run to get out of the city. They're going to cross the line, go through the zone, and pretty much their understanding is excuse me, once they leave the city, they don't have any more power going to them, and they're just going to die. And that's their intention. Basically, they're on a suicide run. They're going to run, they're going to die, and they're going to go together to live in a better place, assuming that there is a heaven for robots like there is a heaven for anyone else. They're going to go there, and they're going to be, happy. Because Red is dying, basically. Her power cell isn't working right anymore, and they won't give her a new power cell because she's an old model. And so this is their plan. As far as that whole part of the story goes, they go across the line. I'm not sure exactly 100% why Red blows herself up. It's like she knows she can blow up. I don't know if she knew if she crossed the line she was going to blow up, or she willingly blew herself up to basically stop the scarecrows, and that's the Battery City's hit squad, basically, to stop them from chasing them. So that's a mystery I don't know the answer to as far as that part goes. Did she blow herself up on purpose? Did she have some bomb in her that she knew would go off if she tried to escape? Now Blue's off outside of the city on her own. So we'll see what happens with her going forward. As far as our main character, the girl, as she's referred to, and the other kids, the young adults that are living in the desert, whose plan is to... They're the new version of the Fabulous Killjoys. They're going to go into Battery City and kick Battery City's ass because they don't want to follow the rules. The man's the man. That sort of thing basically is where they're at. The main leader of the group, whose name is Val, Val is more than a bit paranoid after their base was located and whatnot. So he's trying to find out who it is that's ratting on them. We see him shoot up a person that wasn't a bad guy, but he thought he was a bad guy. And our girl is hooking up with him because she basically wants to seek revenge on the people who messed up the original Fabulous Killjoys, who took out all the Fabulous Killjoys except for like 1 or 2 of them. And she wants to seek revenge for them. So this is her way of thinking she can do it, is by hooking up with this crazy Val guy, because they're going to attack Battery City. And we discover that Val is really off his rockers. Val ends up killing the DJ that's been playing Stuff Across the Desert, and is trying to help everybody kind of have a soul and have a conscience. He kills the DJ, thinking the DJ is the the traitor, the spy amongst them that's ratted them all out. He executes them and leaves the girl and Val at kind of a standoff because she liked the DJ, doesn't think the DJ was a bad guy, the DJ was one of them, and the Val is just crazy, but she still wants to do this attack on Battery City. So we'll find out whether or not that is going to actually happen. I'm assuming in the coming issues whether or not she's going to stick with them. But they're having a final rock concert that they're all partying at before they go and attack. You know, they're gathering the youth movement and getting them all amped up. They're out in the desert so they can probably storm Battery City, would be my guess, is my understanding of it. And then, of course, we have our Uber Scarecrow character here. He's 100% kill ratio, and he's kind of gone off the reservation to some degree. He didn't kill the blue robot or bring her in. He has this lover on the side that's all secret and whatnot. And we find out that his boss, who seems to be controlling all of Battery City and has cameras and eyes everywhere, she knows about his lover and basically has his lover executed because he's gone off the reservation. You know, he's gotten soft and you know, has this lover and all these secrets and whatnot. And she's obviously a pretty evil and corrupt person who's had a lot of, you know, whatever's happened in her past that she implies about has made her a pretty twisted person. So she is going to have this Uber Scarecrow, you know, going to take him in and get him mind wiped and whatnot. And we'll see whether or not that really happens. But she's controlling Battery City. We also find out that it sounds like that she does have a spy amongst everybody. It sounds like it sounds like it's the girl's cat. That it's the girl's cat. Is tracking them, and yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens, I think. But to me, that seems to be what's going on. If there's something else that's happened in the comic that you don't understand, and let me know in the comments for you guys that are reading it. Because maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing some little thing that I should have gotten, or that I'm not picking up on that I should be clueless about or whatnot. The art in it is still fabulous. Becky Coulin's art, you know, I mean, look at that cover, gorgeous cover, is outstanding. There's lots of great stuff in here. I'm enjoying the comic. I'm definitely interested in what's going on. But like I said, you know, the cat seems to be the cat's possibly the spy. So we'll see what happens there with that. But there's the Two Lives of Fabulous Killjoys, issue 4. I'm really enjoying it. I guess I'm gonna go now. I don't know what I did. I held my comic books up from my camera, so now everything's looks orange. So that must mean it's time to go. So I will catch you all for another edition of No Capes next week. Have a good one, everybody.